All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're not just going to read a story about survival. No, we're going to dissect it. We're peeling back the layers to understand the architecture of suspense and figure out what makes a narrative really, truly grip you until the very end.
Look at this line. It's pure promise, right? It sets the stage for a classic tale of revenge. But hey, promises are easy to make. How does a storyteller actually deliver on that and build a tale that keeps us on the absolute edge of our seats?
Yep, you heard that right. We're going to perform a full-on story autopsy. We're talking breaking this narrative down to its absolute core components. Its bones, its muscles, its beating heart. So we can see exactly how the author so masterfully builds tension and crafts a really satisfying conclusion.
Okay, but to do that, you can't just go in blind, right? You need a map. And for centuries, one of the best maps out there for understanding story has been Freytag's pyramid. It's basically a framework that shows us the 5 key stages that take us from a quiet beginning to an explosive peak and a meaningful end.
So this is our roadmap for the story. We're going to follow our hero John and his dog Bruno through each of these 5 acts. And we'll see exactly how each part plays its own crucial role in their absolutely terrifying journey.
All right, first stop, the silent jungle. Every great story has to start somewhere, and this is what we call the exposition. It's where the scene gets set, we meet our characters, and this is key, that first hint of conflict starts to creep in, usually in a really subtle way.
And right off the bat, the author does something really clever. We see this misty, almost imposing jungle. But the important part is what we don't hear. The author makes a point of calling it unnaturally quiet. No birds, no insects. It's this heavy, oppressive silence. And that creates this powerful sense of dread way before we ever see the monster.
Okay, so now things really start to pick up. We're moving into the rising action. This is where the story truly ignites. That feeling of dread we had, it's about to become very real. With every step they take, the stakes get higher, pulling us deeper and deeper into the story.
Just 2 words. It's back. And with that, our protagonist confirms our absolute worst fears. The anaconda has returned. That silence is shattered, and the hunt is officially on. And you gotta realize, this isn't just a random encounter. This is a sequel.
Now this is what makes the story so good. It shows a huge evolution of the threat. The first attack, which is only implied, was probably just a random act of nature. Instinctive, rushed. But this time, oh no. This time, it's deliberate. It's calculating, it's strategic. We're not dealing with just an animal anymore. This is a thinking, vengeful predator, and it's on a mission.
It's learned. That's John's chilling realization, and it is a total game changer for the story. The anaconda isn't just chasing them anymore. It's hurting them. It's using the jungle itself as a weapon, circling around, cutting off their escape routes. The fact that this thing is intelligent, well, that just makes the threat 10 times more terrifying.
And here we go, the climax. All that rising tension, all that fear, it has all been building to this one single moment. This is the story's big turning point, where our hero has to face the monster head-on, with absolutely everything on the line.
So the storyteller is literally backed John into a corner. He's trapped at the edge of a cliff. This massive, intelligent snake is closing in. There is no escape. This is the moment that's designed to make your heart pound out of your chest. All that tension we've been building, it's about to just explode.
So how does he get out of it? Well, here's the crucial part. It's not about brute force. John can't overpower this snake. No way. It's all about a clever plan, it's about teamwork with his dog Bruno, and it's about using the environment itself as the final weapon. The snake's own massive size and its aggression, that becomes its downfall.
Okay, after a peak that intense, you need a cool down. That brings us to the following action. This is where the immediate results of that climax start to play out, and all that tension that had us wound up so tight, it finally starts to release. So a real silence returns to the jungle. Think about that. It's such a stark contrast to that unnatural, predatory silence we felt at the beginning. This quiet moment, it gives the characters, and frankly us, the audience, a much-needed chance to just breathe and process what in the world just happened. You can really feel the weight of their survival.
And that brings us to the end, the resolution. Now, this isn't just about tying up loose ends. It's about establishing the new normal for the characters. And more often than not, it's where the story's central theme, its big idea, really comes into focus. So they won, right? They survived. But notice, there's no big celebration. John's final words aren't "we're safe," they're "let's keep moving." He gets it. In this world, the struggle is never really over. This is not a happily ever after ending. This is a surviving until tomorrow kind of ending.
And that right there just brilliantly illustrates the story's main point. The whole narrative suggests that survival was never this permanent thing you achieve. It leaves us with this profound and, kind of unsettling idea that victory is temporary. True survival is a continuous, day-by-day journey.
So why does a story like this stick with us long after we're done with it? What makes it resonate so deeply? Maybe it's not just about seeing the good guys win. Maybe it's that powerful reminder of just how fragile that victory really is, and the incredible resilience it takes, not to reach some final finish line, but to just keep moving forward.